Hi everyone, welcome to my photo story. The group we'll be looking at today is my immediate family, which includes my mom, my dad, my brother, and my nona. The setting is our hometown of Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. Occasions include holidays, birthdays, nightly dinners, trips, and overall family time. The frequency has changed a bit since I've been living away at school, but my brother lives with my parents full time, and my mom cares for my nona daily. While I was living at home, the frequency was full time. So, moving right into the concepts that are applicable to my group's dynamics, I was starting off with culture. So, per Cole, culture defines the way that the group interacts, gets work done, and is also influenced by both the leader and the members. The reason why I chose to talk about this first was because culture largely impacts my group in the way that it defines our identity. We are of Sicilian culture, and I feel that this sculpts our family's traits of being hardworking, close knit, and extremely loyal. And like I said, it's very important to our identity. Moving into roles, Cole defines the various roles needed for group building and maintenance. Some of those include the harmonizer, which is seen in my dad, as he is often the one to bring the family together and mediate any differences between the other members. Another role is the standard setter, which is seen by my nona, and being that she's the matriarch of the family, she expresses the ideal standards that we all aspire to follow. The role of the follower is displayed by my brother. Being that he's the youngest of the group, he often displays this passive behavior that Cole explains by going along with the structure of the group that's already in place. To follow an individual role is also present, and this is the role of self-confessor that I feel is often portrayed by my mom, as my mom often can use the group as an audience for her feelings, and as Cole mentions, some insights that do not always revolve around the group. Now, the next concept would be the norms. So, being that we are a family, there are certain norms that are present in our interactions, and just like Cole mentions, there are certain behaviors that are acceptable for our group. So, this would include following the rules of the family and our household, respecting the elders and the parents, loving each other unconditionally, etc. And additionally, there are certain attitudes and behaviors that would not be appropriate for the group as well. But having these norms established over time allows for our relationship to remain strong and stable, as these are important norms to the group. Following that, we have leadership styles. So Cole explains that leadership has been seen to profoundly impact the outcome of the group, and that is definitely evident by the leadership seen in my parents and my nona as well. My mom and my nona tend to take on a more directive leadership style in the way that they are authoritative in giving directions and holding expectations for the rest of us to follow. However, co-leadership is seen between my mom and dad. As Cole explains, they provide mutual support, collective knowledge, and modeling for each other. Moving into cohesiveness and maturity, our family has reached a certain level of familial maturity that occurs when the children of the family become adults, being that my brother, who's the youngest, is now 18. This is evident, and Cole reiterates Yalom's thought process of cohesive maturity only being present once positive and negative aspects can both be freely expressed. Being that we are a family and spend many moments together, this has definitely been evident. Also, the idea of mutual support is in there also. Moving on to stages of group development, Cole explains these as the stages the group goes through between initiation and termination. So, Yalom's specific stages are orientation, conflict, and cohesive maturity, which I felt made sense for our group and throughout the development of us, with the children becoming adults, helping take care of the parents, my mom taking care of my nona when she used to be primary caregiver. That kind of thing that moved on throughout development has been necessary to the group's cohesion. Moving on to rituals, per the OTPF, rituals are defined as shared social actions with traditional, emotional, purposive, and technological meaning contributing to the values and beliefs within the group or population. So rituals that are something that are extremely important to my family. This includes events like birthdays, holidays, Christmas cookie making with my Nona, day trips, and more. All of these are significant to our group and they are extremely meaningful as we do them regularly and they are special to each of us. So, the last idea that I want to touch on is the added meaningfulness that this group brings to my life, as well as the various members in the group. Being that we are family, we all have our own individual perceptions of what this group means to us, but I think some added values are that the group is an amazing support system and also an extremely safe space. So, having those two aspects has only increased how meaningful this group is to myself as well as the four other members of it, and just having those positive attitudes to look back on when I know that if I need support or if I need safety, I am a member of this group that promotes both of those ideals.